somebody step in a duck?
Hey folks, it's Van Kraken here. Welcome to our Saturday night World of Warships Legends stream. I'm glad you could join us. If you are new to the channel, I stream both World of Warships Legends and World of Warships PC, and at some point in the future may stream some other stuff, but we're focusing on Warships right now. That's what we're having a lot of fun doing, and trying to build a fun community around some common interests, some good conversation. I'm trying not to throw out some of the words that Obi uses. You never know. We might, but we try to avoid that if we generally can. Also try to have a respectful community. We are trying to desalinate a little bit of the internet here, not dumb Sultan players who aren't as good as Archer, who is in chat, and who don't have a Yudachi. So we are trying to help new players and players of all ages and skill levels grow and enjoy World of Warships and World of Warships Legends. So hey, kickback tonight. I'm going to probably be playing mostly solo games in the beginning. We'll see how this goes, because tonight is a bit of a special occasion. I'm attempting to do first giveaway evening, but it's not a normal giveaway night. So we'll get to that in a minute. First of all, Havoc. Hopefully everyone's working on their weekly Havoc for Big Mamie mission set number 2. These are 2-week mission sets. I got through the end of endurance trials last night, and I'm now on to Shakedown trials. So you guys probably all know, hey Archer, that you can basically use any kind of ships for the most part to accomplish your Shakedown trials. So we're looking at things like 1,000 main battery hits. So the first group of ships I'm going to play tonight, quite a few of the ships I'm going to play tonight are going to be cruisers because of that, and because of that little contest we're going to be running. Secondly, we'll have to hit enemy ships with torpedoes 30 times. That'll obviously be cruiser or DD territory. Maybe some BBs. We have a few battleships that shoot torpedoes, Tirpitz and Odin. And then Shakedown Trial Stage 3 is going to be 250,000 HP of damage to ships, and then destroy 15 ships. So 4 Shakedown Trials. Unlike the previous campaigns we've had, you can't do all your Shakedown Trials at once. You have to complete them one after the other. So a little more onerous, but not too bad. So hey, tonight, let's get to the hopefully somewhat organized fun. It's something different. I haven't seen quite this exact thing done on a stream before, so bear with me if we have some technical difficulties, but what we're going to try to do is this. Let me bump over to Chrome really quick. We're going to be playing a sort of scavenger hunt trivia game. So while we play tonight, the ships I play, or if I give you a clue that's different from the ship I'm playing, is going to contribute to trying to guess tonight a famous sports personality. None of these people are obscure. They range in my mind from quite easy, pretty easy, the first round, to a little bit harder as we go along. There will be some codes. These are nominal codes. These are out of my pocket. I don't have Wargaming or Twitch or anyone sponsoring me, obviously, but I want people to feel a sense of accomplishment, and we'll laud you in chat, as well as give you an Xbox code for $3, or at the end, the third challenge is going to be a $5 Amazon gift code. All right. So here's how the rules are going to work tonight. First off, we're going to give one clue for each round we're playing. So each round will be a ship that I play. I've tried to find as many ships that are the actual clue. Hey, Obi, the Rams won today. Oh, I didn't even know. I did see that Goff went in at one point, I think. I saw there was an injury, but anywho, thank you for the update on that. I was a former Rams fan, trying to work back into it since they're back in LA, but it's still kind of odd that they're back, even though it's been a while. I don't live in Los Angeles anymore, so it's kind of liking my old team not living in that city anymore. But anyway, one clue given per round and one guess per player per round. And here's the key. You don't want to blurt out in chat what your guess is, because everybody who gets the right guess in a given round is going to get a chance to win. So if there's more than one player with the correct guess for each at the end of each round, and these rounds will stack, you'll get additional clues each round. We will use a random number generator to pick between 1 and 100. You'll pick your own number in chat between 1 and 100. And the closest to that random number generator number will be our winner. So, and I'll whisper you a code, hopefully to the right person, not to see Worthy Samuel in chat. Well, actually in your Twitch chat. If you are watching on YouTube, which we are co-streaming to YouTube, I'll have to figure out how to send you that code, but I will find a way. I will find you, as Liam Neeson says, but I won't kill you. I'll give you a code. All right, so you guys ready to try this? Does this sound reasonably fun, hopefully? All right, so let's jump over into our port. So our first clue is going to be New Orleans and relative. Okay, so this may or may not be the player or the coach or the sports personality I'm talking about, but it is potentially a relative of that person. So I'm gonna jump in. I've tried to also pick ships that are gonna help me achieve my weekly Havoc mission goals, so kind of being a multitasker here if possible. And New Orleans will be a pretty good pick for... Don't blurt out answers in chat, Obi. You gotta save your answer and whisper it to me when I'm done. Anytime between now and the end of this round. Okay, this round of play. So I'm gonna jump in, I'm gonna grab New Orleans. Maybe she's not in my selected list. Let's see. I know she's here somewhere. Okay, over on the end. There she is. All right.
Oh, somebody's stuffing a duck.
Yes, we know you're here. You have been announced. All right. If you guys are all having a good Saturday, I did actually not have a lot of time to catch up on sports. Was doing some other stuff. Did coach soccer this morning, like I was saying last night. I'd get up at a little after 5 a.m. and I did not go back to sleep. That was my goal. It never happened. Whoops, let's put it on the gameplay screen there. That would be good, wouldn't it? Well, if you're asking me if my team won, I guess the Rams won, so that'd be the closest I have to a team. Or Obi's listing out all the teams that won today, potentially. So I'd probably like to have a little higher main battery rate of fire for this challenge, but this will still work out okay. New Orleans is relatively high output. Oh, soccer team. We lost by 2 goals, but you know, at starting time is 6:15 a.m. I'm actually surprised the girls were half awake this morning, which is a little different than what the last few times I've coached have been at this time. It took me a while to wake up. Yeah, I haven't followed it that closely, Obi, to be honest. Been pretty busy in life in general, and just I still kind of follow the Lakers, but it's really weird having LeBron on the Lakers. So I'm a legitimate Lakers fan, but I'll be honest and say I'm not used to the new team yet, even though it's been a year and a half with LeBron on it. Hey, Naval Legends. How are you? Thank you for the follow. Really, really appreciate it. I think I saw you follow or subscribe on YouTube too. Really, really appreciate it. Trying to get things started with channels on both platforms, so any support is very much appreciated. Hey, we're doing basically a little scavenger hunt trivia tonight. We're trying to guess famous sports personalities. The first clue for the first person is New Orleans. And it might be a relative of the sports personality that we're looking for. So there will be a few ships that don't match up exactly, so I'll be playing a different ship, but tried to pick ships that match with clues, generally. It's pretty close. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so what we're going to do is have you, if you have a guess, whisper it in Twitch to me. I think most people are probably in Twitch tonight. If you are watching from YouTube, you could throw it in chat after we do Twitch whispers. I would just wait until the end. I'll ask anyone on YouTube to throw it in chat, so you don't give away your guess to someone else. Make them Twitch whisper first. I'm sitting dead broadside to the knives now, which is not the best idea. We got away with it. New Orleans is slightly tanky. We're going for 1,000 main battery hits right now. 3 ships targeting. We're going to turn out and kite out of this cap. Used to parking there in Atlanta, which is a little more forgiving. Dude, Naval, just saying, I'm a Rams fan of old, like pre-St. Louis Rams. So I lived there until I was 35. Was pretty heartbroken as a kid when I can still remember the Rams vans packed up and leaving on television. Couldn't really believe it was happening. Remember the big draft pick for the Rams that year was Jerome Bettis, going back that far. And I was telling Obi here in chat last night that it's so odd that the Rams and Seahawks will be playing in the same stadium. It's so hard to get used to that concept. My dad lived in San Diego for quite a while and was a huge Chargers fan, so I go back to remembering Eric Coryell and Kellen Winslow, some great Chargers teams. Jean Bart must be backing up a little bit. Alright, let's keep working this cat. Hey, Wiped. What's up, man? Thank you for the host. Yeah, we're up playing Scavenger Hunt Trivia tonight. So we're doing something a little different. Our ships are the clues, or a ship very similar to the clue will be played if I don't have the ship in port. So, and the first round here, this is the first round. First clue is New Orleans. It's a relative of the famous sports personality that we're looking for. So if you have a guess, throw it in a Twitch whisper, or wait until the end and I'll call for any chat in YouTube. Just don't blurt it out in chat if you're going to be able to hang around for a little while. Don't want you to give away your excellent guess to someone else. Do have some support at sea, so maybe hang on this edge. So what are you doing tonight, Cody? How is it going? Come on, get the Nizen out here. Ugh. Bonk that one. You should be out by the battleship here. Alright, we're down by one ship. We're down by one cap, so we're going to have to start making a move relatively soon. I don't know why these guys are going all the way around the edge necessarily, but we might have to make the move into starting to secure the cap. You couldn't find a 4, and it's completely toast. Feels bad, man. Alright, go for the Jean Bart. We're going to play a little bit risky here and try to get into this cap, and maybe we'll get some support from the battleship if we make a more aggressive move than we want to. I think we'll go kind of destroyer mode here and not fire for a minute till we can get this cap turned. New Orleans has pretty low detection. Ugh. We're down 2 ships though. So I might have to try to take the New Orleans out. First game aim for sure. Are you replacing your own ceiling fan? I know how to do ceiling fans. Done a bunch of ceiling fans. Just don't get the ones from Home Depot where the blades come flying off. We almost had the cap and somebody got reset or someone left. Hey, we got a kill. 10 seconds to securing the cap. Dude, this Iowa is just gonna sit, I guess. Let's leave it to the cruisers to do it all. Uh-oh, not looking good for our heroes. Jean Bart coming around the corner. Let's get out of a broadside position, and the Iowa will probably be pushing back up central now. Getting a little more brave. Throw our plane up. Jean Bart is backing off. Oh, Iowa's coming around the other side. Dude, Bismarck. You have secondaries. It's now or never. Love when I have to duel the Iowa in my New Orleans when there's a Bismarck parked on the other side of the island that's not in the cap. Yeah, that pretty much figures.
Torpedoes astern.
And we have to go broadside with torpedoes. Just take the torpedo and get it over with. Wasn't going to survive the next salvo from the Iowa anyway. All right, that was fun. Your fan's working better than your PlayStation. All right, well, this is pretty much a loss, unfortunately. So just a little positioning tip. When we have two of our top tier battleships go so far out, in this case the 10 line, it's pretty much going to open up the middle for the enemy battleships that are high tier to run rampant, which is exactly what's happened. So fun team times. It's a team game. Sometimes you get a good team, sometimes you don't. This time it was a not. All right. Let's jump back to our question. Okay, so our first clue for our first sports personality tonight was New Orleans, and that was a relative of the sports personality that we're looking for. Second is going to be Omaha. So we are going to jump in next and play Omaha. But actually, before we play the next round, let me actually check. See if anybody whispered a guess. Managing a lot of windows tonight, people, so bear with me, please. Okay. We have one whisper. Archer had a guess. I'm not going to reveal his guess. I won't reveal any of the guesses in the Twitch whispers, and it is incorrect. Incorrect, Archer. Again, I won't repeat anything that gets guessed just because I want you guys to have confidentiality. Obi, I'm just going to play solo for a while. That way I don't have to worry about managing other stuff than what I'm doing. There's a lot of stuff going on for me to do this as efficiently as possible. Try to entertain you guys, okay? So, all right. So, any other guesses before we go on to the next ship? Obi guesses Peyton Manning, and that is correct. Okay, so you cannot win the next two rounds, okay? You won the first round. Well, we'll see. Maybe you can. That was sent yesterday. What was sent yesterday? Okay. Well, Obi guessed Peyton Manning. That is correct. The relative was Archie Manning. And Omaha refers to what Peyton Manning used to say 8,000 times during every game. It was a... Oh, sorry, Obi, that request about yesterday. Yeah, obviously Omaha. That's why this was the easiest of the three questions. Omaha was Peyton Manning's audible to basically change like run pass options and several things. I think he actually said Omaha 25 times in one game. So, all right, I'm gonna send you Obi code. Whisper that back to you. I'm gonna go ahead and play Omaha because I need to get some work done on main battery hits. Wait, you said that in chat, Wiped? I said it had to be whispered, though. When did you say it? Sorry, I didn't check the chat because I checked the whispers, okay? So the rules I've tried to restate are going to be in whispers, okay? So you're not supposed to blurt it out in chat. That way someone else could know. Unless I want Obi, I guess it's a chance for honesty. Obi, did you repeat what you saw in chat? If you repeated what you saw in chat, it's going to go to wiped. Yeah, that was the whole kind of idea. Yeah, revolution is right. Not to blurt in chat because then people will know, right? I know it's the first time I've done this, so. All right, well, the first thing I saw was in the whisper because I was in whispers, not in chat, so I'm going to give this to Obi. So, Obi, if you got the answer from you've been wiped out, let me do something here. And you may already be a follower, but I want you to go over and give Cody a follow immediately at his channel. He's an excellent streamer. Okay. All right. So let me send that code off. To Obi. Where are you in chat, my friend? Obi Whisper. Is that gonna work right? Let me do this. Okay, here we go. Pop it out, hopefully. That was the first prize, Obi. Okay. That should be whispered to you. Let me know if you got that, okay? That was the first prize of the night. Second prize is also going to be an Xbox code. Third prize will be an Amazon code, okay? You're probably PS4, right? Well, if you are, there's an Amazon code third. Or I'm sure you can make a great friend by sending them an Xbox code, right? Naval, I don't have time to moderate, obviously, and I just want the channel to be accessible to people. So if I see messages that I can put through on a normal night, I will. But tonight's a little hard managing multiple things. So, all right. So back to the rules for Cody. 1 clue given, and 1 guess per player per round whispered. If more than 1 correct guess, each player picks a number between 1 and 100 in chat. After we've established who has had correct answers in the same round, and then I'll use an RNG picker to get the closest to your guess and tie break, okay? So, our first answer was Peyton Manning. Pretty good quarterback. All right, second round. Actually, I may be able to. Let's go ahead and just skip ahead. We'll skip ahead. I don't want you guys to have to wait. We're not going to play the. We'll play the Omaha later, potentially. So the first clue in the second round is going to be Dallas, and I'm representing that as a team, not just a city. All right. Dallas is the clue. Now I have to find the Dallas. There it is. I actually have it rigged and ready to go. I don't need a booster on it. No boosters needed. All right, New Dawn. Hey, thanks, Dark. How are you, my friend? Good to see you tonight. I'm just taking my inspiration from you. I keep meaning to get in and watch some of your guys' streams. I've just been busy with work and family stuff this week, so hopefully tomorrow, if you're on again, you've been on a lot lately, which is awesome. Hey, we're doing a little trivia tonight. Ship trivia. Put your if you have an answer to the trivia question, put it into a whisper, not into chat. It's a whisper, not into chat. And we're looking for a sports personality. The first clue is Dallas, which I am playing now. We have 3 battleships. Do some cruiser hunting. And we have 1 DD to spot, at least on our side. So try to take an island position over here on the right. Well, I think we're going to spread the love, Obi. Did you get the code? Did it work? Total rank amateur at managing all that stuff. So hopefully you got your code. If no one else guesses it, and you have guessed a correct guess, we'll give it to you at the end after everyone else had a chance to see all the clues. How about that? I knew the first one would be really easy. Archer guessed Archie Manning, which was a good guess. But we were saying that was the relative. And I thought actually Archie Manning might not quite be current enough for some of you guys. He was a very good quarterback as well in his time. I remember actually watching him play. Dude, 230 Twitch followers today? That's awesome. Yeah, I have hopes to do a couple other games too at some point. You know, if people watch, they watch. If they don't, they don't. That's okay. Again, it's not career business here for me. That's great. Did I ask you if you have to start up classes pretty soon, or I thought you said you're getting pretty close to being done, right? Just try to bump back and get far enough back to get up and over the island onto the Idle Friedrich here. If we slide back, we can kind of shoot him through this gap. There we go. This could be a pretty ideal spot if we don't get spotted by this pesky destroyer. Hotnik, are you AFK? No. I start going forward. Dang, these things are skinny. Alright, we'll go after the Farragut. Try to get him out, help out our DD. I don't think you want to go straight at me, Farragut. But, your choice.
Enemy heavily damaged.
Two salvos.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Just using hydro or sonar out of an abundance of caution. US torpedoes are pretty slow, so sometimes I get a kill on a destroyer and then kind of loop back around and blunder into some torpedoes because I don't realize how slow they really are, or remember how slow they are sometimes. Even on ships and pretty even on score. Prince Idle Friedrich is dead. So we might be able to push the middle here and try to get this other destroyer out. Since the battleships are clear on the other side of the map behind their cap, don't have to worry about being subject to their fire if the destroyer spots us, so we'll just see if we get an indicator that we've been spotted, so we know we're getting close to the destroyer. Cool, 10 more days, that's awesome. Yeah, we're kind of back into school, kids' school, and normal work routine, unfortunately. It's not bad, it's just can't complain. Okay, we're spotted now, so I would like to be able to maneuver though. Thank you. Let's go ahead and throw our catapult fighter up. Since our hydro will be on cooldown for a while. Yeah, I get it, dude. I just don't know if you want to sail straight through that gap or not, since we're spotted. Probably wouldn't highly recommend it, but looks like their battleships are way back behind their base. I'm guessing the destroyer is going to try to torp one or both of us coming through these channels, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm really hoping for crossplay division soon, Dark. That would be very high on my wish list. Okay, we're spotted back up again. I mean, my worry is they're going to be focusing on carrier balancing for a while. We'll see. I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with how smooth the carrier implementation is. If that goes really well, maybe they'll have time to work on implementing some other feature improvements sooner rather than later. Yeah, I'm spotted too. Guessing he's probably somewhere between the island and their cap, so I'm just going to try to take an erratic course, not sail in a straight line. Hey Monk, what's up? Hey, we're running a scavenger hunt tonight. First time, I can't remember if you're probably PS4 too. Well, got a Amazon code at the end, or you can just be the winner for give your code to a friend. But doing some small Xbox codes and then an Amazon code. I'm doing some sports trivia. The first clue in the second round is Dallas. We're looking for a famous sports personality. It's a team clue. Alright, well, I hate going for main battery hits to have to jump onto cap, but I think we're going to have to jump onto cap. Maybe make them come back. We have multiple battleships that have hung out by our cap as well, so I think we'll have the initiative in trying to drive them back to our area. Thought it was the Hotnik who was near us, but not getting spotted anymore. Maybe he went towards our cap. So do not put your answer into chat. Put it into a Twitch whisper, and I will let anyone know at the end of this round, end of this game, if their answer is correct. I don't want your answer to give anyone else a clue. So I won't tell anybody what your answers were in Twitch whispers either between rounds. We're just going to try to stay active and mobile. We do need to chalk up main battery hits, so this could work out pretty well. Doing our US cruiser thing, setting some fires. Being generally annoying. And I'm going to try to switch ships. So I would like to try to keep both of them on fire. So normally when you set a second fire, that captain will put that fire out. So I'd rather get one fire on one battleship than get one fire on a second, let those burn, rather than setting one battleship on fire twice and having him put it out. And the battleships are shooting HE at us, which is a blessing. Come on, aimer. We're sailing out of cap. Okay, our DD's still in there. Looks like we can take the Mahan out. Come on. Alright, he got him. Yep, battleships should use AP mainly. You are absolutely correct. I think it's just a new player thing. It's, you know, HE is easy mode with regard to fire setting, and still shooting HE at us. You can't necessarily blame people if they don't understand that game mechanic. That's the kind of thing we try to cover. I know you cover it. I try to cover it in my stream often. Okay, now we'll switch ships. Whoops, and we'll switch our aimer to the back. This actually worked out pretty well. Looks like we're going to secure the win, and we got a lot more main battery hits in there with those battleships coming back to try to reset. I want to been second. The Grammy and I did pretty well. Guderian's son. Ex-tanker, obviously. Thank you, sir. Did what we could, and we got 84 main battery hits. All right, so I'm gonna jump back over. I'm gonna jump over and look in Twitch right now and see if anyone has made their guesses as Twitch whispers. All right, we have some whispers that have come in. We have Wipe that's guessed and Obi that's guessed. Those guesses are incorrect. Okay. If there's anyone who's following on YouTube, if you put that into chat, I'll look at YouTube chat. I don't see anything over there. Okay. All right. So we have no winner in that round, so we will progress. Sorry, I have to make sure I open this stuff up in sequence so you guys don't see things you're not supposed to see on my Google Doc. Okay. All right. Back to Chrome. So Dallas was our first clue. Our second clue is going to be Phoenix. And I don't have the Phoenix. I sold it, and I actually don't want to play Tier 3 because it's not going to count for my missions. So again, whisper to me in Twitch chat, or Twitch whisper only. Do not put in chat what your answer is. Hey, X40, what we're doing is we're doing a sports trivia here. I'm playing ships that represent clues for tonight, sports personalities. So our first clue is Dallas. We just finished playing that round. I would be playing the Phoenix if it counted towards the big Mamie mission. So we're going to play the next ship in line to it, which is the Atlanta. Or not the Atlanta, the Omaha, which we're going to play on the last round. But someone guessed the answer too dang quickly. So Omaha's going to stand in for Phoenix, but our 2 clues are Dallas and Phoenix. And again, do not put your answer into Twitch chat. Put it in a Twitch whisper. And we'll check those Twitch whispers at the end of this round. So you have till the time I'm done with the game in Omaha to come up with your guess. God, I hate the carousel. Anyone else hate the carousel? So you go on PC and I have a 4-row carousel and it's so much easier. They've never fixed it on tanks either, so I don't have a feeling that they're going to make it any easier here. All right. Let's take out the Omaha. Right now, the ship name is the only clue, but I will say those represent teams in this instance. They represent teams. Dallas and Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, you can sort by nation, but still, it's just so hard to scroll through everything. There's a really nice mod on PC. It tweaks your port, so you can not only have just radio buttons sitting across your 4 rows of ships, but you just check the radio buttons you want for the ship type, the nation, and then if you click any ship, it shows you all your modules that you've bought. You know, the mods you put on, not the enhancements on the tech tree, but the optional modules, and then all your flags, and you can change them. Technically, it would be someone from a Phoenix team, yes, and or a Dallas team, yes. You've got it. If it's a different type of clue, I'll let you know. But these are teams. Again, if you have an answer, throw it into a Twitch whisper. So I knew we'd have major controversy in the first round. I wasn't disappointed. Hopefully in future iterations we'll have the format nailed. Okay. This is such a tiny map on Xbox. Holy crap. It's so much bigger on PC. I just can't get over it. It's like we're already right next to the cap, for God's sakes. I'm not sitting in the best spot. I'm gonna just, yeah, Yahagi threw a fighter up. I'm gonna throw a fighter up too. The fighters last a lot less time now on cruisers in PC. I'm really hoping they don't nerf the catapult fighters. We're just gonna do some classic terrain abuse here. Okay, we're gonna have to adjust position to the other side of the island. We have here. Aoba's out of range. Let's go to this side of the island and basically just try to peek off the edge here. I'm probably... Oh, he's going behind the island too, so... I don't have to worry about the fact that I was probably going to overshoot the edge and possibly get detected. Everybody here knows it's the dead center of the ship, right? I think at the tallest part of the ship, midline, determines your detection. So you can be sticking halfway out of your smoke or halfway out from behind an island and not get detected. So New York probably wants to move. It would be in his best interests to move. No, well, I did not say what league. Yep, sports personalities could be any sport. Could be highlight. Could be team handball, but most likely not. They don't have famous highlight teams or team handball in Dallas and Phoenix. All right, we're gonna be patient and hang on the edge. Could go to the other island where we have an angle. Furitaka's not playing super aggressive. And we have the Emerald right there, so the Emerald's probably going to wind up being a meat shield for us. Well, I guess not exactly. We can't make it all the way across the gap. We'll just kite away from the Furitaka. But I'd like to get an angle onto the New York. Probably heading back the other side. Okay. Switch to the New York. I'm going to change my reticle to New York. It's already burning again. We all know US battleships are about the easiest target that there is. Okay, we made it across to the other island, so it's gonna slow down. Try not to overshoot and get to the tall part of the island. Stay where the shoulder is. The more narrow, we can shoot over easily. Got the kill. Omaha's really underrated, in my opinion. She's super turny. So you can use her in open water. During the alpha test period, people were so clueless about who to shoot at. I could just sail around in Omaha at will and light people on fire, and I had some glorious games when people were all brand new. But that wasn't real life. Not really. But still, I mean, you have to be more situationally aware now than during alpha, but Omaha's still a fun ship. She just will get really punished armor-wise if she gets caught out. So we're taking a little bit of a risk here, but I'd like to help the Emerald survive this encounter if possible. Bait him into the gap here. Ooh, just a little short. I'm gonna kite away from the Aoba and not try to show him full broadside. Kiting just means turning away on an angle. We do have torpedoes as well. Little known fact by some people. Since so many American cruisers don't have torpedoes. He spotted him. Giving us broadside. Oh! Omaha torp kill! Happy New Year to you too, X40. It's good to see you, my friend. We do need to div up one of these days. I think you said you were Xbox, right? Yeah, it's hoping 2021 is a little less crazy, a little less interesting. It's not starting off that way, though. I have to admit. Okay, it looks like Aoba didn't get torps off. That's the one thing I kind of have to check over my shoulder. We're down a cap. Even though we've got the advantage, we're going to have to get some initiative here into B. And sorry, Dark, my bot is a little overtuned. I don't have chat up to be able to override that. Oh, no, 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 no. Didn't start turning soon enough. Test how good this guy's aim is. So we had a kite away, so we're hoping he's just going to kind of cruise behind the island and we'll lose detection. Okay, that worked out.
Main turret critically damaged.
I don't know if I want to turn in. for Ataka. You're really brave, dude. He's gonna try to torp him, probably. But if you're a... Yeah, Rip is right. If you're a mid to low tier, well, even a higher tier Japanese cruiser, you have to show a lot of broadside to get your torpedoes off, and it usually means death. So we're gonna kite the opposite direction now of where I think the Congo's guns will be. They're all coming, aren't they? So again, we're gonna rotate. We'll get the Congo on fire. Now we're gonna go for the Iron Duke next. Yep, and he dead. He dead fast. It's a little sketched to head into B, but we're kind of stuck. Don't have a lot of choices. We have to push this cap situation. Gonna try to get in and then get around the corner. Extreme severe turn to my right, so the Yahagi doesn't have broadside on me for very long. Actually, we're gonna... Oh, he's heading away. So we'll get some torps off first, but we're gonna have to try to get in the cap and get behind this island if we can. We have Yahagi torps to watch out for. I think those are 10 kilometer. Iron Duke is coming. These torpedoes are actually kind of a pain in my butt right now. Ugh. Alright, the odds of holding this cap are really low right now. So let's make the risky turn. Damn, without those torpedoes, we could have got behind the island and been firing already. Yahagi was not firing at me, but it wound up being a good move for him. Where's the Brit? Yeah, I know the Iron Duke is somewhere there. There he is. Okay, our plane's back, so awesome thing about having a plane is you can spot for yourself, so again, that's why I have a feeling they'll nerf planes at some point. Hopefully the Yahagi doesn't shoot it down. So I'm going to try to torp the Yahagi if possible. He's hydroing me. He'll detect the torpedoes, unfortunately, as well. It's the only bummer. One hit a sandbar. Nice.
The enemy is about to win.
Try to predict where he's going to come through. Don't want to give him a lot of broadside if I can help it. His reload's going to be a lot worse than mine. Might be able to swing the other side and get torpedoes off opposite direction. So his Hydra's out. Maybe he won't be expecting that. And I have to show a decent amount of broadside here. Get it back together. Damn. Alright, he slowed down just enough. Probably gonna get spanked by one of the battleships here very shortly, I have a feeling. Aim a little higher. Shells are breaking on the bow. Okay, that was odd. The shells have disappeared. Oh, we got him.
Enemy cruiser sunk. Problem solved, sir.
Well, we have 132 main battery hits. That's the bright side. Our team did not transition well, even with a good ship lead, into moving out of C and getting pressure on B. So I don't remember the exact composition. They probably outweighed us at that point with regard to battleships versus cruisers, potentially. So I'm happy we were at least able to solo the Yahagi. Okay, there's a chance to get a couple more hits. So we're gonna do a full turn and be in kiting position before we fire. Survival is not a high chance right now. Let's hope we can get a few hits before we die. Gonna bait in one direction, wiggle like I'm heading back to the right, and then reverse direction again. Try to spin my tail out of the way. And the timer expired. Make me choke on my coffee, Samuel. Teammate, I need, yeah. Requesting confident teammates, both you guys. That's too funny. All right, well, I mean, it shows you Omaha can be a solid ship. It really can. If you play it in a good position and you know how to maneuver her in open water. So we had High Cal King. I thought High Cal King is like a super quadruple unicum. Probably way better than me. So unfortunately, even the best players are sometimes humbled by the mighty Yahagi experience. Everyone's new to it too. All right, so 139 main battery hits. That was good. We are 260 in. All right, I'm gonna jump back over to Twitch now and check whispers. Get your whispers in if you have a guess. Oh, we have multiple correct answers. Multiple correct answers. The correct answer is Steve Nash. Started his career in Phoenix, then went to Dallas, came back to Phoenix, and ended his career. Went out in a blaze of not glory with the Los Angeles Lakers. I was there for that. It was ugly, ugly, ugly. Well, 40, I think, X40, I think it's just the Yahagi. Is that 77% win rate solo or in division, Dark? So yes, it was Steve Nash. We had two people guess the correct answer, so here's the deal. Since you guys both got a correct answer, I'm going to have you put a number between 1 and 100 into chat. Pick a number between 1 and 100. You're both going to have a chance to win. So Monk says 33. Yeah, the clues are linked. They build. They build. Sorry if that was not clear. Samuel, do you have a number between 1 and 100? 32. Ooh, strategery. Okay, so let's go to the browser here. Yeah, the other clues were going to be Boise as a class, which is Brooklyn, because he's now the coach of the Brooklyn Nets, right? And lastly would have been league. So, all right, we're going to go to the random number generator. I have a min and max of 100. We are going to generate. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let's double check. Looks like you can. Okay. The number is 8. So that looks like Samuel is the winner. It was under 32. Strategery pays. So Seaworthy Samuel, I'm going to correctly forward you a code. Not a code that belongs to someone else, like last time. Congratulations. That was a good guess. That was for all of our Canadian followers, of which we seem to have quite a few. Very good. This last one I'm hoping is going to be a little tougher for you guys. So the clues will build X40, and I think it's going to be a little tougher, hopefully. I hope. You guys may be too good. All right, so Samuel. Steve Nash, yes, a big soccer fan, and if you've ever seen him like at shoot-arounds and stuff, a lot of times he'll just be juggling. And he did go like sign an honorary like couple-day contract with Tottenham one time to work out with them in the off-season, I think, which was pretty dang cool. He is a very big soccer fan. Whoops. Okay, why is that? There you are. So, okay, Samuel, tell me if you get that code and if it works. Sorry, Monk, that was very good guessing that. You're one number off. There's one more round to play. So the next round will be for the $5 Amazon gift card. I'll admit, I did not pay for it, but I labored. I took a Twitch survey that took me literally like 45 minutes to answer to get my $5 gift card so I could give it away. You're opening baseball cards? Oh, my brother and I used to go down to the liquor store, ride our bikes down, and buy a crap load. I have a pretty good binder. You know, nothing amazing, but some solid cards in it. I don't know, that binder's somewhere in my storage. Have not touched it. You know, we had the 3-ring binders. You clip the sleeves in. I know people still do that, but we did it way back then. We were huge Dodger fans. Okay. So back to Google. I've had to do this. I had to cover everything up so you guys can't see the winner, like who the person is. I had to get crafty. That's why I was on a little late. Okay, so we'll can go back to these clues. And winning answer was Steve Nash. Seriously, just got back into collecting? That's cool. I mean, it just seems like, you know, it's just a different kind of asset class, right, to invest in. And some of those cards just never seem like they're going to lose their value, especially with so many things going electronic, right? The physical cards have their place. Okay, last one. We have Baltimore is the first clue. It's a team. These clues will build. I'm going to shoot over to my port. And load up in the Baltimore. Oh, that's in my preferred ships. Don't hate me, hate the carousel, please. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Baltimore, what do I not need on here? Oh, I do need a... Don't need Commander XP, which is pretty much useless anyway. Do you need a booster? Because this ship is still stock or close to it. Alright. So if you have any guesses, you can put your guess in as a whisper anytime during this round. One guess per round. One guess per whisper, please. So is it still Topps? That's one of the, I think they're still one of the big companies, right? For cards. But I know there was others. Obi, you're like a used car salesman. You have a future in that. Like, I think between every game you sold and bought ships last night, right? I have this Bismarck for you. It's got low miles on it. Low kilometers. Goes about 25 knots, has great secondaries, has a pair of fuzzy dice hanging from the con. Okay. So we are on two brothers. Wow. Weren't we just talking about this last night, saying we don't ever get this map? So this is not my favorite side for cruisering. I'd rather be over there, straight ahead to that island right there is my favorite cruiser spot in a US cruiser to start a game. This side is more difficult because it's easier for ships to get out in this open area where they can detect you when you're behind this island. So it's nice we have two destroyers on this side. Maybe they'll get out there and spot anyone who goes wide first, so they get a little freaked out and maybe fall back. And we're already detected anyway. A lot of DDs. And here comes the shells. So why I always want to have a commander that has ingenious or armed and ready is for the target indicator. Oops. Switch to high explosive for these DDs. It's because as soon as that spotted indicator has a number by it, I'm starting to turn. I'm already making my turning happen. Jean Bart's probably going backwards at this stage of the round, I imagine. Since that's what battleships do in World of Warships Legends for the first 2 minutes is go backwards. At least that's probably what you should do. A lot of the time, not all the time. Yeah, no bow wake. During the alpha, I used to call it the world of reversing warships, because that's all most players seem to do. Okay, he's coming forward already. The shape of this island, just again, does not really give you a great field of fire, given that you can be spotted in this whole area. So right now their DDs have stayed compact by their spawn, so that's helping me out, but can't expect it to stay that way really. Is that Cleveland going backwards? Oh, it just looked like it was. Or is it? Fat butt, I guess. What a stay bow into the Cleveland. Might set us on fire, but not gonna be able to do a lot to us with AP rounds, but when we're bow in. Baltimore is a good bow in ship. Tank pretty well. And let's go ahead and use our repair party. Okay. So I've kind of taken equilibrium and power off Norman Scott because I was using him for some other ships. I don't think it was going to benefit. Done some before and after games in Boise and Atlanta to see if there's a big difference in fire chance since the changes with the patch. So I hope to put that together pretty soon and do a little YouTube video on it. Just interested to see what happened. Oh my God, look at our team. Go team. What did you guys say? I'm calling for confident teammates. Holy crap. I mean, it's It's just crazy, isn't it? I don't know how you have 6 ships die in less than 4 minutes. How is that even possible? Probably should be shooting AP at the Cleveland right now, but we might get a kill here, luckily. We're not going to get bageled. We've killed 2 ships. Oh my gosh. Hold position. I'm just going to go... Oh, got the Kagero here. It's going to take the
Torpedoes, direct front.
other DD a little while to clear the island.
Concentrate fire on the
Oh, how did we miss that? I'm gonna save my radar, just... Well, actually... Who's spotting us, though? If we're being spotted from over here, I'm gonna wait till I can get my guns around, and then we'll activate our radar. Bismarck's dead. Akatsuki's behind the island anyway. We're just gonna get in a position to kind of move out. Abandon flank. But the Jean Bart's probably gonna wind up butchering us. He'll just use his speed boost. I'm gonna get my guns pre-turned. Actually, I want to keep him here. I didn't know the Akatsuki was gonna be showing himself. I'll hit the island.
team depends upon
Awesome. We lost both of our ships. Well played.
torpedoes to port.
Probably could have just tried to bow in on the Jean Bart, but he's relatively low health. If we can kite him and set him on fire, ooh, that's gonna hurt. Baltimore's tanky.
Critically damaged.
Not as tanky on the butt as on the bow, obviously. Timer turns, hopefully turn away and show left side when he's ready to fire. So we go ahead and hit damage control. Or repair party. I always like to kill a DD if I can. Ugh. Wow. Holy frijoles. That was bad. This is when you need that, like, you know, you need X number of first place finishes, because when you do 33,000 damage and get a kill, and you're first on the team, because everyone died in 4 minutes. Oh my. That is pretty pathetic. All right, I'm going to check Twitch. Let's bump back to port real quick. Get your whisper into Twitch. Por favor. Whoops. Okay. You know, X40, I've still been running EOP on the light cruisers. I just ran it on, I think I had Scott in like Alaska or something the other day, so I switched it and I haven't switched it back. But you're right, I think it still does have benefit in the light cruisers. I think the benefit may outweigh the loss in fire chance, and that's kind of what I want to run those numbers that I did, the games before and after, just to see. See what happened with that. Okay, like I said, you guys are... There was a chance you would be too good. And X40 is too good. He guessed the correct answer. That was actually a pretty good guess, too, with Ray Lewis. but the correct answer was Cal Ripken Jr. So very good. Very well done, my friend. There is no tie. Joe Flacco was the only other guess. And I guess out of Baltimore, yeah, besides a few football players, that would have been... It was one of the first things that popped to my mind. So very good job. Very good job, sir. So let me shoot a code over to you. I think I have your code is going to be a $5 code to Amazon. So let me know if that doesn't work. Then I can yell at Twitch. But it should work. Okay, let's see if that's... Make sure that's to you. That looks like it's to you. Good job, dude. Very well done. Yeah, that is true. You showed up at the right time. Talking about baseball cards in time for the baseball question. Let's see. Well, yeah, I have some other topics that I'm ginning up. So based on how this was a trial run tonight, based on how these go, we may decide to make things more or less difficult. But I think there's movies, there's music, there's a lot of different things. If you have ideas for questions based on ships in port, mainly is what I wanted to do. Or again, it has to be tangentially. The first question was not the player itself, it was his father. It was New Orleans' stand-in for Archie Manning. Roundabout to Peyton Manning. So anyway, I've never seen someone run a quiz or a giveaway quite this way. It's always just, hey, you have to be a follower, get in chat and follow. And again, I'm not in the place where I want to just be begging people to follow the channel. If you guys like the channel and you want to follow, you want to come back, that's great. I'm not going to be trying to beg people to follow or, hey, if I follow you, will you follow me kind of situation. So anyway, hey, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to div up, I might do some div games. I think I'm just going to play a couple solo games here and try to get some damage in or some main battery hits. We'll probably jump to Atlanta now. Yeah, I think that should work just as like it's just a e-gift card, X40. So save that code, and I think, I don't know, you may be able to load it into your Amazon account ahead of time too. Or even possibly, yeah, I don't think you can necessarily put it in your PayPal or anything. Yeah, so okay, Sam's saying it's on demand, so to speak. So should be legit. I got that one from Twitch, so congratulations, Samuel. I'm glad I sent you the code that you earned and not someone else's code. So hey, no problem. Yeah, I had this very intricate setup here because if I went to this screen and I had the wrong thing showing, you guys would be able to see the thumbnails with the picture of the person. So this one, the clues were going to be Baltimore, California, as a form of name, Iron Duke. Of course, Cal Ripken Jr.'s nickname was the Iron Man because he had 2,632 games in a row. Does anyone know what player had the record before Cal Ripken broke it? I have no code, just you have my admiration if you know whose, and don't Google it, whose record he broke. It's a very good black and white movie made about that player. Why am I blanking on who played him? Is it Gary Cooper? Very, very good movie. All right, jump back into port. Let's get the Atlanta out and let's try to get this goal knocked out. And then I'm going to have to completely go into dirt mode and try to shoot some torpedoes at things. Which is not my forte. But I do try. I always try. And that second round was so close. Came down to one number different in the random number generator guess. All right, X40, you can answer that. Sounds like you know. Played for the New York Yankees. Lou Gehrig. Yeah. It's a great movie, The Pride of the Yankees. It's a little schmaltzy, but it has his famous speech at the end when he retired. I worked in the pharmaceutical industry, well, technically the biotechnology industry, for 15 years after I went to school as a researcher in microbiology. So we were working on cures for ALS and Parkinson's disease. So got a chance to go and do a preceptorship at UCLA, where I went around on rounds with doctors and actually got to be there while they visited their patients. And meeting some ALS patients was a life-changing experience. Like, I was probably late 20s at the time, and to meet people who are, not that much older than you, maybe 40, maximum a couple of these people, maybe 45 years old, maybe, who had, pretty advanced ALS. It was just a life-changing couple days that I'll never forget. Let you into their lives, and very gracious, and one guy was just the best sense of humor ever for someone in his situation. So, terrible disease, but neurological diseases are not easy to cure. So, working hard on them, I got to work on some very interesting clinical trials when I was in that industry. So hopefully we'll have some cures for neurological diseases in the not too distant future. Yeah, Tuesdays with Maury is a great book, and Mitch Albom's a really good writer. He's a sports writer. Detroit, is that where Mitch Albom is? But Tuesdays with Maury, that was made into a movie as well. If you've never read it or even kind of seen, I think, the movie, some good life lessons from a person that he befriended, an older gentleman who had ALS. Might have been one of his old professors or something. Hey, Hype, what's up, man? How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Hey, Obi, have a great night, man. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, announce your way in and out. Congrats on the code. Well played. And have a good one, man. Take it easy. Don't sell any ships before we talk to you next. I'm pretty sure they made a movie because I want to say Harry Shearer played Mitch Albom, if that's right. And the guy who played Maury is really well known too. Have a good night, man. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, rather than just sit and completely wait, we're going to go and try to support the BCAP and get this destroyer out. We don't want our destroyer to die. I'm way behind the Eagle. Jumping into Atlanta after you've been playing other stuff is a little bit of a challenge. Adjusting your lead. There we go. Some nights I have it, some nights it's not as much. Miyoko, I'm trying to save your butt. And we did. Barely.
Sweet.
Oh, Hype, we were talking about Lou Gehrig's disease. We just did some trivia questions on some different American sports figures, and we're talking about one player who had Amyolateral sclerosis, which is Lou Gehrig's disease, which is a nerve disease that winds up paralyzing your throat muscles and your diaphragm. There's a famous American baseball player who played over 2,000 games in a row, never missed a game until he was so sick from ALS that he had to miss a game. Yeah, X40, it's from Caddyshack, and Obi, who loves the sound, does not know what Caddyshack is, so that makes me a little sad. I told him to research it. There's at least one sound clip in this SFX, exclamation point SFX menu from Bill Murray as well, I think. I could have a whole board of Caddyshack sound clips. My uncle worked in a TV store. People have heard this question when I was a youngster. And we just have an awesome team again, guys. This is amazing. Amazing how fast we're dying tonight. And he got a bootleg copy on Betamax, on a giant Betamax size of a suitcase for Caddyshack, for Animal House, and had a very, very early copy of Star Wars. And I don't know how his friend got it, but my uncle had a copy of Star Wars on Betamax years before it even came on pay TV. Hello, Hatsu. Let's go radar, and let's go... Sorry, go hydroacoustic. Sonar. I'm gonna break up my shot. It's gonna be behind him. Probably should have waited a little longer to activate the radar. A little too early. It's alright. This game is in Lost Cause mode. Just be racking up as many main battery hits as we can now. That'll be the goal here. The Russian DDs are sometimes hard to play. Well, they're not real. They're not normal destroyers, right? They're really, well, it depends. If you talk about like an Ognivoy, which you could win during Rust and Rumble, I think it was the Ognivoy, right? That's kind of a traditional destroyer, but a lot of them are little micro cruisers. They don't really have the detection and concealment to get into caps. So you have to run and gun with them. And I have not done the line here yet. I have the Ohotnik, and that one's bizarre too, right? Haven't played Ohotnik yet. I do have up to Ognivoy on PC, so I've played through Tier 8. And I have the Leningrad, which I enjoy the Leningrad. It has a little longer range torpedoes than, say, the Kiev. Just has a really kind of wonky turret angles. One of the turrets is blocked by the superstructure. But the guns are good. They're fast. So you really have to rely on a lot of maneuvering. We're just going to get picked on by battleships here. We don't want to eat one of these torps, though, either. I'm getting hit from the other cap here. Oh, hello, Aoba. Switch focus. These are Aoba's torps, probably. Oh, just missed him. Man. 11 kilometers away looks like forever away when you're playing Atlanta. When you're shooting at a La Fantasque, driven by a good driver. Monk knows who I'm talking about. We're up to 83 main battery hits. Advanced? What did you mean by that hype? Advanced? Stupid torpedoes. He's going away. I thought he was coming too. Oh, don't stop, dude. If I stop, the Byron's gonna toast us. Everyone loves killing in Atlanta. There's no doubt about that. So you know you're pretty much marked. Hey, Cleve. Yeah, it's... I was shooting at Monk the other night in his Le Fantasque. I got some... I was all around him at like 11 kilometers because he was trapped on the map border. But I didn't get final good blows on him until he was in like the 7-kilometer range because it's just too floaty. Manage on the Helena. The Helena does not turn all that well. See, look at that. We're dialing it in. Looping rainbows of fire. So the last two teams have died in incredibly fast fashion. Like, you have to try to die so quickly. And we're getting focused from multiple directions. It's not going to end well. Come on.
Problem solved, sir.
Oh, got a late kill. Cheeky kill.
Yes.
So you're liking the Massachusetts, but you like the Key more. It took me a little while to get used to Massachusetts in the PC side. So who knows? Maybe. I mean, I'm liking it like a lot more in game 20 to 30 than I did in 0 to 10 and 11 to 20. So. But the Key, I mean, Amagi's a really good ship. That's the first battleship line I did on Legends was Japan, because I like Amagi a lot. Are you using the torpedoes at all? I know it's a little harder to get in Brawl with Key. That's the only thing. Probably have to stay very bow in until you're ready to torp people. And are the torpedo angles workable, or do you have to show too much broadside? Massachusetts is still very accurate. It seems accurate enough. It's just, is the range a little less than Alabama, like PC? I think it is, right? I've learned to live with that pretty well now on the PC side. My range on it is only about 18.5 kilometers, and I think I've got probably 20, approaching 21 kilometers in Alabama. 0.7 kilometers difference. Okay, that's not too bad. I think it's because they're already more compacted anyway over here. I mean, crap, you can shoot 25 kilometers accurately in a Yamato on PC. All right, let's get out of this battle. Let's get out and find another high rate of fire ship. Oh, let's do Helena. I haven't done Helena forever. Very similar guns. Oh, and we were discussing this. Let's get Norman. Norman? Switch Norman back with these little guns. 17.5 with the Epic Booster. Oh, that's not too bad then. I've just been surprised how well I've been doing with it on PC. But the one account I'm playing it on is that dinky account with only 14 ships, so I've been running it a lot because I need to grind credits with it. And I guess it's like anything too, though. If you play one ship a lot and get in a groove with it, it helps. And on my original account, and even on this Legends account, I just tend to jump around so much. I know I have better nights when I focus on one kind of narrow slice and stay in the same playing mindset. So which ones are you liking more than Cleveland, Cleve? I mean, is it the battleships that you're talking about, or is it cruiser specific? I mean, there's going to be a lot more variety ultimately in the cruiser side of things too, as more premiums get introduced and stuff. All right, we just need a team that survives a little while. Greece is a pretty good cruiser map. I do like the spot over here to the right, but damn. Okay, we're gonna switch places with this battleship behind me. So I'm gonna let him go to the C cap, and I'm gonna support the A cap from this little ridge right here. Had some very good cruiser games there, as long as you don't have a destroyer get way out ahead of the pack into A where you get detected. And the one big advantage of Helena over Atlanta, I mean, it's great having radar, but radar is short duration. In a lot of situations, I'd prefer to have a spotter or a catapult fighter, just because it's going to keep more ships detected for a longer period of time. Oh, I know. The thing turns like a boss. Which the armor's not great, right? The side armor's not great, but when you can turn so easily, it just allows you to work with that. And that's why it's, you know, you've got the secondaries going. And then on top of that, with the really good turning circle and rudder shift, got a fire on the Trento.
Look what I have created! I have made
Just a good spot right here. I mean, even if you do get detected, it's not super easy for enemy ships to get shots on you if you're close enough to these islands. I'm probably a little close. Yeah, you were saying that on the torpedo protection last night. You laughed in the Venom with the low alpha strike torpedoes. Yeah, they're disappointed, right? We are spotted. It's probably the Hood's plane. But again, we're not easy to hit in here. Park. If I slide back, I can shoot over this part of the island. Yeah, that's sweet. Only taking 4K damage. You just basically shrug it off and keep coming. And that's, to me, I've been up tiered in it. That's the problem with tier 8 on PC, is that it's chronically low tier. But I'm amazed how well I can do in tier 10 games in the Massachusetts. It's just, it always seems like I'm able to contribute. Ooh. The Hood is gonna probably dial me up here if I don't get moving. Pensacola is too close to the island. Well, I'm happy to be grinding it. I will settle for grinding it. Let's call for fire on the Fubuki. I kind of bet that he's going to turn. He's going to change direction here. Come on, get down. Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. Let's get our fighter up. I'm kind of within his torpedo range too, so I'm going to have to watch for torps. And we have Team Tank again. We're down 3 ships. It's like clockwork. Crazy. I'm gonna run my Sonar 1 just because that Fubuki was within torpedo range of me, so I'm just kind of taking a better safe than sorry approach right now. Dallas shot down my plane. Knocked my block off. torps from the other direction. How rude. We were having a good time in this spot. Not from a team perspective, but that unfortunately allowed the Dallas to escape. Okay. With DDs on the front end and back end, we're going to have to probably vacate this position. One benefit of that is we'll get a little bit of elevation on our main guns to get up and down over the islands on those cruisers. Yeah, it's 10 kilometer secondary range. That's awesome. Mine is 11.3 on PC, which is where my Bismarck and Tirpitz are. I knew it was good. I didn't know it was that good. And it seems to be accurate enough. Like, I'm killing destroyers and stuff on a pretty regular basis with those secondaries. Okay, Mr. Fubuki, you're gambling. Turn right into it, by all means. May have the Fubuki there. Hey, all I'm doing tonight is keeping my team from getting shut out. That's all I've been able to accomplish. Here's the Dallas. He's next. I always wonder why ships don't move when I start targeting them, but again, a lot of people I don't think know necessarily to run the ingenious skill or the armed and ready skill. We got really unlucky on that Dallas. Yeah, that's all I am tonight, man. You're right. Is the bottom of the ninth no-hitter breakup. Exactly. It's kind of sad and pathetic, but true. Keeps blinking out. Only thing that hasn't happened yet is I need to be here that I'm the last survivor. My games are not complete tonight without that. Alright, so let's get our plane back up. Kind of making the destroyer think I'm not paying attention to him in sea. But I am. I'm just gonna turn into the cap now. But is he in smoke? He must have gone behind the island or something. Because wasn't detected. Oh, okay. He's going after the ship on the other side. Helena v. Helena. Helena is one of my favorite ships in the PC game. And I like it here too on Legends a lot. For some reason, it's the first ship that really... Ooh, who to choose? First ship that really taught me how to play U.S. cruiser play, concealed behind islands. I avoided it for a long time. Oh my god, that freaking Dallas. How does it survive? I thought that's what equilibrium of power is supposed to do, is nuke those guys. Okay, I'm going to try to get fire on the Pensacola and stay. Bow in. Ugh, and match ends. Ugh! Yeah, the 10-kilometer secondary range is really workable on Massachusetts. We're top 3 again. And again, we're in a great spot. If our destroyers just spot and keep those ships lit, we can get them whittled down, then they can go in and do a killing blow with their guns or one torpedo. They rush in and die every game. This is what happens. Yeah, no, you're right about that. It's saving some DDs probably. But does HE overpen? That's a question I don't know the answer to. Okay, X40, we'll be here for a while. Oh, they take less damage. Okay. Well, that might have been why it took me a couple salvos to kill that. Who was it? That was the Fubuki? He was their top scorer. Okay. We killed him at least. Yeah, damage saturation for sure is real. There's a really good video from, I mentioned it before, from WG on like damage, how it works, that breaks down the whole HP versus the section HP and talks about damage saturation. I think it might talk about modules too. So yeah, you're right. So if you see the part of the ship that's withered and black and you keep hitting that and you don't get any damage and you're close enough to adjust your fire, then move to the section that looks clean and pristine, and it will help. It'll help you with your damage a lot. There's a mod you can download on PC that actually colors the parts of the ships that are either saturated or not saturated, so you know where to hit. I'm surprised that one is in the World of Warships mod station, because I think that's kind of a cheat mod, honestly. Good God. We're just having a hard time putting together a decent game with our teams dying so fast. Cruisers depend on having teammates around them to draw fire away from you. Depend on destroyers who are alive to get in and actually harass. Minsk hype. Minsk isn't bad. Again, it's not a torpedo boat, right? I think that's a 4-kilometer torpedo range, and the base detection is not very good. It's probably, what, like 6.5 kilometers, something like that. It's run and gun. Don't try to cap in it, because you're going to get detected, and you're going to get killed if you hang out in the caps, most likely. And sometimes people get mad at you because they're like, you're the DD, why aren't you going in and capping? It's like, well, dude, I'm not in a capping DD. So that's usually what a lot of people say on the PC side. They'll type in chat and they'll say, you know, terrible detection, not capping. So, because people just do get bent and irate if you're not automatically going into a cap as a destroyer. And again, there are Russian destroyers that are able to do that, but it's not that ship. And it's not the gunboat line. Should really be playing second line with the cruisers and just running and gunning and harassing constantly. Alright, we're going to take starting Atlanta spot, where if we have a good team that survives and spots up A and D, we can get good pressure from here, but if the team dies quickly, then we're going to get overrun. That's the theme of the night. Fubuki, I have faith in you. Do us proud. I mean, a good main battery hits game in Atlanta is over 200. But we just haven't had a team alive long enough to accumulate anything. And I haven't been able to get hits from a static position that's a good beneficial position like this. We've been having to run and gun, and it's a lot more difficult. See if the Pensacola comes in. If you notice on the mini-map with Atlanta how close the two circles are together, the far circles, like detection range is horrendous on this ship. Oops, I want high explosive. Detection range is really, really bad. There we go. So we should be able to fire over this island until he gets closer. Oh, no. And we are spotted. That's literally 2 salvos ago that are finally just getting there. Always cracks me up, man. We can get where we can just get our back turrets in play and not get detected, which I'll try to do right now. We won't be able to spot very well, but... Smoke's gonna obscure the fire ship. Oop, DD. Dang. The smoke gave that guy cover. I didn't see how far away he was. Maybe we should radar. We're gonna radar. No, he's out of radar range. Damn it. It's a free. Oh. He wandered into radar range. A little hard to hit a Fubuki from 10 kilometers, but hey, we got him. Just can't sit here in the open. And that DD bit it. So just one game can we have the DDs survive the initial cap encounter. Just once. Oh, crap. Who's detecting us? Oh, no. Okay. Take fire from the destroyer. And had to slow down because of those torpedoes. Thankfully the Fuso is not targeting us. As you can see how long the flight time is of the shells. We have to aim quite a bit of ways behind a Fuso. He must have reversed. Okay, destroyer's out of smoke. That's probably who's spotting us. Oh, or it's this guy. It's their Fubuki from before. It's a little more workable main battery range. It's gonna slow down again. Oh, goodness. Akatsuki doesn't really think we can hit him, but we can shoot over. There we go.
Target penetrated.
Yeah, boy. Oh, he's coming our way. Damn. Back to the Fubuki. Dodge, battleship. Dodge. Fubuki's going to turn into us. Just really have to predict where he's going to turn, because you have to fire pretty far in advance. He bled speed there, which didn't help our aim. Not a good place to be 5 kilometers from an Atlanta in a DD. Hey, we took a ship lead. Where would you not use the radar? Is that what you're asking? Like, if the radar was up, I wouldn't have used it in that situation because I was just close enough where I could probably keep him spotted. If I got further than like 5-6 kilometers from him and he blinked out, I would have gone ahead and used radar in that situation just to try to get the kill. Like on this Akatsuki, let's see what he does. If he slows down, tries to smoke up, I'll definitely use my radar on him. Because I'm going to keep closing distance. Just gonna try to accelerate to get out. Now we'll radar. Because because it's worth it to try to get the kill right now. Come on. Just a blow on him. What? He's probably torped us. So we're going to turn away. Oh my gosh, we're going to get a win? Maybe? Maybe. Let's not declare anything over. Only 78 main battery hits because we've been shooting at a lot of destroyers. But I'll take a win. Okay. There's battleship. That's a fat target. He's being spotted. Looks like by one of our cruisers potentially. So as long as as long as I can keep him spotted. Yeah, I know I'm going out on a limb, aren't I? I did manage to kill both the enemy DDs, so I kind of did my role, right? Number one cruiser role to benefit your team is kill the enemy DDs. Okay. We're going to pre-turn, and we're not going to open fire until we're kiting away. Because he's now, we're in detection range. So we're going to be angled away, though actually, depends on what he's shooting. If the Queen Elizabeth is shooting armor piercing, it's almost just as good to be completely broadside, because then he'll overpen us. This is where we can make some hay on the main battery hits. See in the first couple salvos here how good his aim is, and we'll see how determined he is if he stays with us or tries to turn away. His team situation's pretty desperate, so I doubt he'll give up. This is helping the main battery hit total. For sure. Oops. Keep kiting him. If we stay out in front of him, he won't easily be able to use his rear turrets. Only be able to use his front turrets. And then when he swings out to turn, we know he's reloaded, and that's when we're going to present a smaller target. Just kind of how I time my turns. Kite away. Also going to be a better time to actually get him across the superstructure with HE. So now I'll turn, swing my butt. Doesn't always work, but it works really, really well. I mean, we didn't even take one shell there. You can see how to time your turns to confuse most players. The good players are still going to land salvos on you. That's pretty good if you got 3 citadels on Atlanta and 1 salvo. Burning. I think he's, well, we're out of detection range right now is the deal. So let's get back into detection range. We're into main battery range. He gave up his pursuit. So we'll close distance a little bit. Is he backing up? Yeah, he's backing up. Where are his guns facing? It's when the Atlanta is getting, you know, he's cursing us. Show broadside. Be hard for him to multiple citadel us. There we go, 179 main battery hits. It's more like it. Okay. No jinx, Cleve. The jinx is not on. The jinx is not on. But we earned... say we earned a win. We did earn a win this game, but we, through karma, deserved to win. So have you been playing Mutsu against up tier? Like, you've been pulled into legendary tier matches quite a bit, Cleve, and it's still holding up again in the legendary tier matches too? Hey, we pulled down first place. Probably didn't have the high damage on the team. Maybe we did. 83,000 is pretty good. But a key thing with that is the fact that we killed both those destroyers and we contributed almost all the damage on those destroyers. You get a lot of experience points for killing those guys. If it wants to. So you're saying it's situational. Which would make sense, right? How are we doing here now? 684. I think we just have to keep riding. Keep riding these couple ships. Gotta go back to Helena. Let's stay with Atlanta. What the heck? What the heck? Be 2 games if we can have 2 more games like that. Again, it's just so teammate dependent whether we get to the later stages where we can beat up on ships. If we can, we're going to get close to that 200 number in main battery hits, or sometimes even better than that. We're low tier. 4 battleships. 3 destroyers. It's good, right? Hype? So you're saying when you get 16,000 damage, you get 300,000 credits? Because I've been telling you for a long time, it's one of the best ships for credits. You really can't beat it. For its tier, it's amazing. I'd love to know what the actual, calculations are mathematically, but I have to think that Atlanta has as good of, multiplier for XP as any ship. It's really strong. We're kind of... It's going to take us too long to get over to C, so I wonder if I should just stay here and be able to fire over B, over 2B. Yeah, that's why it's my most played ship. I mean, it was the first campaign that I think I did, and I didn't have very many premium ships at all, so I had to really work hard to get that Atlanta campaign completed. But I'm so glad I did, because I use this ship in every campaign. It's just amazingly good at the whole endurance phase of getting XP and credits. And then in anything like this where you need to get main battery hits or set fires, it's fantastic. Okay. I have to leave this nice now. Ooh, hello. Hello, York. Twist. Twist and turn. Twist and you missed. Kind of a long shot to hit that nice now. I'm gonna call for fire on the York. Whoops. No. Enemy cruiser. I'm derpy on the command wheel for sure. Okay, nice now. You don't have very good accuracy, thankfully. We do know that. If I had friends that could shoot the York where he's at, I'd radar him, but I'm going to save it. And let's just kind of run where we're kiting this edge. Okay. What are the odds that he's going to pursue around the corner? I think they're pretty strong. So let's put torpedoes out, assuming he's going to cut that edge and bow into us. But he may not live long enough to get to our torps. Got it, dude. Oh, he's turning away. Yeah, those torpedoes are not going to have the range. They're short-range torpedoes, but man, you can surprise some people coming around corners with them. A lot of people just forget that Atlanta has torpedoes. And it's always awesome getting Atlanta torpedo kills. Okay, we have the York. We DOS booted him. Fletcher. Now watch where I have to aim to even get close. I was playing against Monk the other day in his La Fantastique. This is how my aim was. He wasn't even on my screen. Oh! We almost hit him. Uh-oh. Now's back. Oh, Iowa. Okay, we can kite the Iowa. If he hits us, it's going to be bad, but he's going to have some other ships to deal with. Like that DD. Keep him occupied. Maybe the DD will have a better play on him because we're distracting him. Lots of broadside. Overpen, please. Well, that kind of worked, guys. I think the Iowa even... You lost track of the DD being there, if it even has been spotted there at all. So now what we hope is that he took some torpedo damage and a flood. If we can get a fire, he's used his damage control. It will be good. He's not firing at us because we've proven a difficult target to hit, so he's moving on to greener pastures. Team is playing competently. It only takes a few YOLO players like that York on your team to just upset the balance of your team at the beginning of the game. Really does. Back in my World of Tanks days, someone had done a really good video analysis on like focus fire and the power of multiple tanks and or ships ganging up on remaining targets and just the multiplicative effect of having fewer targets to aim at and more ships to do it. Sitting kind of still now, so we should start dropping on him. He's out. 121. Okay.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I got him, dude. I just... Oh, nice work, Benson.
Nice work. Much obliged. Nice work.
Okay, survivors in C. Ooh. I'm gonna turn to the right. Kind of use the edge of the island here to peek on the Baltimore. It's just, again, terrain abuse. We're abusing terrain. We have a DD to spot for us. We have radar. And we're gonna use it. A little bit too far. Damn. Did he kill the Benson? He must have killed the Benson. Use my torpedo indicator to see where the Baltimore's radaring us back. Oh, he's dead. He dead though. The 2 remaining ships are in sea. Sorry, catching up with chat. 4 games last night in Tier 7 where my teammates were, shall we say, below average and not into winning. Got rather adept at spamming. Yeah, I mean, that's what I had was, what, 3 teams in a row there that were just insanely bad. But, you know, it's... Oh, I didn't detect the Baltimore because I hit my hydro, not my radar. I just try not to get too bent about it. It's just part of the game, right? It's a team game. I mean, even if you have a good division, it can be problematic sometimes. I'm gonna torp the corner just for fun. I guess we do have to be a little bit mindful of score. The Roma comes around the corner, I can get shots on him from the flank here. And then Hype, you said you don't really use Atlanta's torpedoes. You know what? I didn't really use them much at all until I got more confident in taking up an island position where I have spotting from my teammates and I can keep an eye on enemy ships through my teammates' spotting, or at last minute use the radar or the sonar and torp them on the edges. Like I could go here and try to torp. Where's that DD? He's gotta be. He's there. He's a Moss. Pretty fast, I guess. Come on, aimer. We're in like the DD killing business tonight. Put down quite a few DDs in these games. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Oh crap. Oh, premature celebration. Oh. All right, we only took 1. I thought we were gonna take 2. I guess he got sideways enough. Emergency evasion pattern. Okay, so Roma is gonna come through the smoke here shortly. Okay, he's at this side too. I'm just like not using my brains. All right, 2 good teams in a row. Just haven't had too many adjacent battleships that have lasted for a long, long time. Got 155 hits. Middle of the pack in an up-tiered game. It's fine. How did it go, sir? You're on for a long time. Hype, I did not go to the military. I wanted to, but that colorblind message that comes up, that's what kept me from going. I wanted to fly airplanes in the Navy off carriers. That was my dream as a kid, was to be a carrier pilot. So, what did you stream tonight, Dark? You've been doing ships, right? Yeah, if I didn't have messed up eyes, I most likely would have gone to the Naval Academy. I'd gotten a, what's basically a letter of recommendation from my senator and won my nomination to be the person who could go from my district. So, but once my physical turned out the way it did, I decided not to go. Because I knew I wasn't going to be able to fly, so... Oh, cool, you did both. I have never played or really even watched Grand Theft Auto, to be honest with you. The only reason I know a little bit more about it now is because I've watched some things that have kind of cross-compared GTA versus what's happened with Cyberpunk, and like just the playability and the, like, they were doing side-by-side graphics comparisons, modeling of like what happens when a car goes in the water and stuff, and all the hilarious stuff that was happening on Cyberpunk. That has just been, what, an interesting product launch, to say the least. It's not to say that it doesn't sound like it has some cool things about it. I'm sure it does, but I think it just got released too early, even though it was way late, right? Yeah, it's pretty hilarious just watching like the difference between breaking glass and, again, this car going into the water, and what happens when people were doing certain things, like how people wind up in all these crazy positions and stuff. Not just the clothing and wardrobe malfunctions in Cyberpunk, but other funny stuff. All right, Hype, hey, have a good Sunday, my friend. You're already in Sunday. Well, I'm in Sunday now too. If you're in Pacific time zone in the US, you're 6 minutes. Oh crap. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Yeah, I've learned to give myself haircuts, which are military-esque haircuts. It's just funny. I think I told you, X40, I mean, I started reading about World War II. That was like my thing, like 3rd grade. I remember going to the library and getting books on Bastogne and stuff like that. But my dad was in the Signal Corps in the Korean War. And I had an uncle who was on the USS Blue, which was a destroyer. I'm trying to remember exactly what class the Blue was. I didn't know that uncle well, so I never like got to talk to him or anything about it. I think he was on the Blue in the Korean War as well. But didn't have any immediate relatives who like saw active combat or anything. So my dad during Korea went to Germany, where Elvis Presley went. And he had a very good time in Germany. Bye, Hype. Have a great one, man. Good talking to you. Keep running that Atlanta and making lots of cash. Fuso, you are being a little brave with multiple DDs in the cap. Okay. Ugh. No, I guess we want to concentrate fire on the destroyer. Where'd he go? Try to help you with the Nevny. Couple hits. Atlanta makes Nevny steer into island. Uh-oh. Sometimes it's hard to hit these guys when they're backing up and they're a small target. Kind of reverse kiting. You have to do it in a cruiser sometimes too. Oh my, thought that had the right range. That was some not so good shooting. And get shots on the harder shot. Alright. Meander. Watch for torps, Fuso. Okay, we got a bail.
Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy battleship detected.
32. Bummed I missed that Nevny. Sometimes you just can't walk the fire in. Yeah, my dad had an amazing time in Germany. Bought a camera back then. What is this Leander doing? Again, I think a lot of his memories were recreational. He did enjoy it a lot. Maybe try to get the Leander on the other side of the island here. Back to our losing ways. Why would we want to have a greater than 2-game winning streak, right? Maybe we can make some hay on hits, though. This Leander is pretty bold. Multiple BBs targeting us here really soon, if not now. Come on. Leander is a low-profile target. I should have spent some radar to try to get him when he was on the corner and went concealed. But I thought he was going to get around the edge of the island before I could hit him. Ugh. Where'd Colorado go? This might be it. Maybe. Okay, teammate got him. Well, minor comeback. We have a lot of DDs to deal with. Pressure on the Colorado. Where is that other DD that was in the A cap? BB. Colorado's guns. Always just checking the orientation of the guns. Whoa, hello. That's the time to use your radar. We'll use it now. I'm gonna hit an island probably. Close. Come on, get this sucker. Okay, looks like we slowed down. Oh. This island is in a bad spot.
The ship is on fire, foundered. Problem solved, sir.
Always a little iffy on this portion of Tears of the Desert. Tears of the Mustard, as it's been called in colorblind mode. Oh man, we kind of narrowed the ships wise. Colorado is still worried about someone off to his left. Love lighting up Colorados. Not mobile, lots of superstructure. Pretty easy to get HE penetration on the superstructure. But you can see we still have to lead pretty far ahead. There's the second fire. Okay. That other battleship has to be somewhere that direction. Or is it the DD? Where is that DD? Looks like he might be the other way. Over here somewhere. I don't know. This Colorado's gonna be close. He might kill me. We might team up and get the kill on him. It's It's worth making a play. Come on. Aiming up above the armor belt. Good job. Okay, let's get in and cap D. Ugh, if I could get visibility on... Where is he? Where is he? He's behind us. We're out of radar. Oh!
Ouch, down population, you, bro!
Oh no, Synop's gonna just wail on us. Turn, turn, turn. Where's he been? I guess he was the guy in A. I think he was the guy in A. My ally can just keep him spotted here. Gotta accelerate, gotta try to get back to the left. We just don't want to be in the same general area as the... Ah, no, no! That's not gonna work. Battleship had stayed alive. We had a real chance to pull this back. As it stands, 8 kilometers from a synop is going to be very difficult. Unless he's a really bad shot. And unfortunately, we just have crappy detection, so we can't really go dark, even if we wanted to. Yeah, that was not going to work. We're in a perfect position. If that battleship of ours had bowed into him and stayed alive, we could have got flanking HE fire on him and just wasted him. I don't know if our battleship turned to try to show broadside to get his back guns in play. If he did, he should have just used his front guns, stayed bow in, and hopefully we could have tag teamed him. Hey Dark, if you're still there, heading off, thanks man. Really appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate all your support as always, my friend. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, so here's... I guess the good news is we got to our main battery goal. 306. That's more what I like to see out of Atlanta. We had a good finish. That was a good comeback. I mean, we were down by 3 ships or something at one point, so can't totally complain about that. It just was unfortunate. Again, if we had just had the battleship survive for literally another minute and kept those guns trained on him, I think I could have got this guy burning down pretty quickly, and we might have been able to pull it out, but very close. All right. If you want me to do that, X40, I can. I just don't know how to turn it in. So, you know what, man? Just use it. It's totally fine. You earned it. Again, it was a free code for me, that one. So, I have a small retail business. We're in the retail pet business, so I try not to shop on Amazon. But I do, especially for certain things where I can't get stuff. I do have my Prime subscription for that, and I got it to watch a couple shows, so I feel bad about that. And I'm on Twitch, right? Everything, all roads lead back to either Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. But no, dude, totally just use it. Keep it for the next time you make a purchase. I totally appreciate the thought of that. At some point, I may take Twitch affiliate. I'm not doing that right now, so I can continue to stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. If you're a Twitch affiliate, you can't do that. So I've been having fun doing that. And then People can donate through the link underneath my stream on the panels. That goes straight to PayPal for me, and then I'm donating half of all the money that comes in through tips to charitable causes, and was able to make a $50 donation at the end of the year thanks to Angel Rambo Jr., who is a gentleman, very class. So, all right. I probably shouldn't go into destroyer mode now because I'm tired, but after that long of playing Atlanta. But I'm going to play one more game in destroyer mode and then send anyone who's off here to a raid. Let's see. What do we want to do? It's tier 4 and above. Had pretty good luck of late with Jervis, and Jervis will at least get me some progress. But actually the boat that I was getting even better luck with is, I think, out on the end here. I am liking the British destroyer line a lot. Where are you? It has to be Icarus, right? Because Icarus also has 8.7. Yeah. Let's run Icarus for fun. Don't need any boosters. We're already ground out to Jervis. We're just going for, I think, what, 30 torpedo hits is the next goal. Pretty sure. Let me quickly double check that. Every game's precious. I'm going to be gone next weekend up to go skiing, so I have to get all this stuff done before Friday. 30 times the ship torpedoes. All right, whoops. We can run these menus. Warning all of you, I am not a DD main. I have played a lot of battleships and mostly play cruisers these days. On Legends especially. I play more battleships on PC. So what you get out of me on destroyer play is very high variability. And I do better with it if I go in and just play destroyers on a consistent basis through a string of matches just to be in that kind of destroyer mindset. Yeah, you should. Thank you, Bob Ross. Oh, I don't know if anyone else's client is doing this, but my client is sending me back to the menu once per session, pretty much. It picks me back up where I left off, and even it doesn't like reset my. I even think it resets my games, my recently played battles in my stat panel and stuff, but it's so weird. And a lot of times it's right when I'm loading in. It was funny. Standard had several letters missing in it. I did hear that some PS4 players were having problems with stability. The Massachusetts has the Alaska perma camo. You mean just the same? I think I know what you're talking about with regard to the look of the camo. So sometimes, yeah. Oh, it's the exact same camo. That may make sense because it's that black and gray, right? With the stripes, the vertical angled stripes. Well, oh, okay. I guess, well, PC, I wonder if it has multiple options. I know Bama I play, and maybe I'm thinking wrong. Maybe in PC I just have the Massachusetts kind of historical camo too, like Alabama. Is there a choice for more than one perma camo on it? We don't really have that in Legends as much, do we? Multiple of the higher tier ships on PC, you get your kind of different perma camo choices if you want to spend the doubloons. Crap. Well, I'm gonna help at A. I'm not really prepared to drop right into B. We have 5.7 detection, 8.7 torpedo range. Oops, and we want to go single fire. Looks like the Nürnberg's going to turn out. I'm going to use a smoke since we have 6, and I'm going to go to guns on the Nürnberg. He did. It was a good thought. Well, we can't get shots on the... Oh, another naked Nürnberg! A wild naked Nürnberg. I don't ever play with naked ships. Even if it's just a small camo advantage. On spotting and on enemy dispersion, I prefer having camo on. God. Now thinking I should have driven all the way across to sea, but let's get up and get some pressure so we can get through. Didn't really pay attention to the fact there was only 2 DDs and we were going on the same flank, so... Oh crap. Spotted by the Nürnberg's plane. What is the Nelson doing? Yeah, I can't do it. We do not want to get hit by this Nelson. No. That was close. I don't think we have the torpedo range to hit the Nelson unless he starts going forward. Which doesn't look like he's planning on doing it any time in the near future. We have a Helena. Torp the corner. I really love the single fire torpedoes on the British destroyers. It's not just fun. It can be super effective against a ship that stays on the same heading and goes at constant speed. Plus you can set up fun torp walls. Yeah, we didn't have the torpedo range to hit that Nelson. Oh. Helena's turning out, unfortunately. Bugger. It's a lot harder hitting cruisers. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get around the back. The Helena's gonna head out to sea. Well, I even know a streamer who's a friend who's like, I don't want to spend the money on camo. It's like, dude, just do your dailies. You run the campaigns, you get seemingly a boatload. Get your daily crate. Cleve probably knows what I'm talking about, who doesn't put camo on his ships. Okay, what's our 25 seconds? Front mounted guns on the Nelson, so we know he's most likely going to be having gun angles where he can shoot us if we try to ambush him. Let's try to play off the corner here. He is headed somewhat away. Come on. Not gonna shoot all of them. Looks like he's turning towards the DD, the other DD. So much for that ambush. Yeah, I know I'd need to do the perma camo conversion for sure. Will armor piercing work? Yes, it will. Surprise! Big damage round so far. But we got an important kill, so we'll take it. He was super low health. Can we make this turn at half speed? Looks like we can. Yeah, I definitely need to do the paint conversion. So Helen knows he's being chased by 2 destroyers, so I think we can probably safely take the inside route and not worry about him detecting us anytime super soon. Where are there 2 battleships? Okay, there's New Mexico. Ah. See if we can sit in smoke and kill the Nuremberg. Should probably be shooting him with the AP as well. Let's see. He's a little bit angled. Yeah, we want to go HE. Dang. Probably should be moving a little bit in my smoke, not sitting totally still. And watching out for the Nuremberg's torpedoes. So we'll spend a hydro, sonar 1. The 100 fleet plan now. What is the 100 fleet plan? Enlighten me. Come on, this is our chance to get some torpedo hits. Oh, there's another chance. And it's foiled by a DD. Bugger. Get out of here. I don't need DD kills now. Unless you want to wander into my torpedoes. Oh, that's not good shooting. Aim straight at the Fubuki. New Mexico's gonna be dead. Where's my smoke? Try to get a fire on the New Mexico, and then we'll... I think I have torpedo angles on him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where the... Oh, it's the Helena. The Helena's back. And the Gneisenau's dead? Oh, well. It's about being smart and trying to secure a win right now, most importantly. Stay in the cap. Just can't depend on our teammates surviving. Not the way tonight has gone. Dude, our ally DD is dead, so we lost spot on the Helena. Oh god, don't get proxy spotted by the battleship. You know the Helena is roughly over there because there's this plane. I just really want to grab this cap. Oh, Jesus. Okay, the other way. Oh. Come on.
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
Completely spastic torpedo spread. Come on, get him! I need one torpedo hit, please! Okay. And we got the cap. I did my job! It's not the ship I expected to torpedo. Oh, there's the Gneisenau. Okay, so the Gneisenau's still alive. It was the New Mexico that died. So we have a chance. Fortunately, it only took one torpedo to kill the Helena. Again, just double check my distances. Icarus, 5.7. Well, I guess I can look here, right? We now have the panel, 5.7 detectability. Oh, dude. Steering is wonky. I guess we can get risk a little bit, maybe. So we have all the caps.
You are the last hope.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, 39 seconds. Let's just be smart and get a win. Not blow it for our teammates.
Smoke screen set.
I'm not gonna go for the stupid torpedo hits right at the end and die. Proof that I care about winning over goofy mission goals, right? Can't believe it got to that. Yeah, you shoot that smoke. We ain't there anymore. All right. Well, we wound up. Yeah, Torps of Fear. That's what it was, man. I get so hyperactive when I'm playing destroyers close in, and I don't know why I like go to 11 every time because I do a lot of brawling in battleships and I brawl in cruisers, but something about being a DD, you just travel a lot further, a lot faster, and you get into another area of influence faster than you think, where another ship starts detecting you or what have you. So, not bad. I mean, we wound up with 3 kills. We poached a couple. Not on the DD. We did good damage on the DD. And I think we contributed a decent amount of spotting damage. What I feel good about is we as the 2 DDs went to the same cap, but we wound up at least getting through that cap and coming back around the backside to help out the team. So, are you talking about your other game that you're playing, Cleve? Your Admiral game? Or it's at a other war game you're playing, right? That's cool. Yeah, I remember as a kid, I played multiple of those games and younger adult. One of them was like a 8th Air Force game where you had to build up all of your bases and then plan your missions. I mean, it was just RTS, like little bloop, bloop, bloop. It was very bad graphics. It wasn't 8-bit, but it wasn't great. But you had your different units, you had different formations to fly your bombers in, you had different options for fighter, escort, all that kind of stuff, and you had different missions that got dispatched to you and had to try to manage taking out the different targets. So it was Schweinfurt and Dresden and some of the others that we talked about, but lots of the same historical city targets. Unfortunately, not all industrial like Dresden, right? All right. Hey, we wound up with a decent finish. We got one hit, 29 torpedo hits to go, and that's going to be maybe tomorrow. I am toast. So much Atlanta game play requires a lot of concentration. Because Atlanta is, if you're going to play a cruiser that's living on the knife's edge, it's Atlanta. So you have to get in close enough to do your damage. And you pay the price if you don't position correctly. So Atlanta is the most played ship still, and will probably remain that way. For some reason, everyone gets mad when you start building 70,000 ton battleships. Yeah, I don't know, that could be a treaty violation, for all I know. Hey, I just want to say thanks to everybody who stopped by the stream tonight. We did our code giveaway earlier with our sports trivia kind of scavenger hunt. Hope any of you who are still around enjoyed doing that. And congrats to the winners, X40, Obi, and Seaworthy Samuel. Good job. I'm going to have to make things a little harder next time, but all the ships are clues. So you kind of have to find some different answers that fit the clues based on the names of ships in your port. So anywho, I appreciate everyone who joined for that. Bear with me doing that the first time. That was fun. I hope everyone has a great Sunday. I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow, but I might be trying not to embarrass myself in public and getting some of those destroyer torpedo hits done. So hey, appreciate all you guys. The stream is obviously about you guys, not about me. It's about having a community here. Really, really appreciate it. And yeah, X40, I'd love to div up. Clee's going to div up as soon as we get crossplay. And a lot of the folks, unfortunately, are in the chat are PS4 players. But one day I am convinced we will get to join forces. That'll be fun. With Cleve, we've just been running like sync drops and wound up on the same team. So thanks, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Stay healthy, stay happy, and having fun and playing Warships. And we'll see you next time here. I'm going to send you off on a raid if there's enough folks to do it. I think there is. Let's see who we can drop in on. See if we can find... well, we may find an English speaker. We may not. Someday I might drop you in on a PC stream. Wookiee Legend always streams around this time. And he's super instructional. So let's see. Skidwax is up. See if there's any of the smaller streamers. Currently, it's really hard to tell by name. Let's send you over to a Big Choo Choo 1. All right. Hey, thanks again for joining, everyone. Really, really appreciate it. Have a great night. I'm Van Kraken, and I am out.